Well, folks, I'm going to introduce a video here that we did a little while ago. Plus, I want to make a few announcements. As you can tell, this is not where I normally do my introductions. I've kind of been at the fly tying grind here. As many of you know, the last couple of weeks it's been cold. We've had a lot of snow, which is a good thing for us. The Salmon River watershed's probably got anywhere from 3 to 5 feet of snow, depending on where you are, which means we're going to have a nice spring runoff, which is something we didn't have last year. So that's pretty exciting. That'll probably keep our steelhead fishing going right into probably mid-May. We'll probably still have some steelhead kicking in, along with some largemouth bass and maybe a few fish eating bugs in the evening. Hopefully we'll have some pre-runoff fishing here in the next few weeks in early to mid-March. So that's what's going on with that. We're just waiting on the ice and snow. Out on the west end of the lake, everything is just iced up. Water flows are just, you go to the creeks there, I think in some of those creeks you can run snowmobiles down them right now. They're just, water's been low, everything's froze solid. We're going to need a good thaw and a good runoff to get that up and running. But when that does happen, it's going to be fishing good. So we should have some in the western lake. We should have some good steelhead fishing mid-March right into mid-April. So that's looking good. We got anywhere from 1.5 to 2 feet of snow on the ground, which is for out the western end of the lake. That's a good snowpack. So things are looking good when you consider the fact even though we can't get out and fish right now. So that's why we're grinding away at the fly tying. So anyways, I want to mention this video, and oh, by the way, our calendars are open, so if any of you are interested in fishing this spring or this for pike during the summer or this fall, go ahead and leave us an email there at fishing at Lost Rivers Fishing, and one of us will get back to you. The video was one that we did last year. I never put up. It was just me and Ricky out trying out a bunch of new flies, getting snowed on, playing with the fish. It's nothing, we're not swinging flies. We're more drifting. We are messing around a little bit of a swing. But it's just us trying out some flies, getting ready for the winter, early in the season, getting prepped up for the winter grind. And it looks pretty wintry in a couple of the shots. But anyways, I hope this video kind of helps with the fishing itch and gives us something to think about and fantasize about the upcoming season. And hopefully here in the next few weeks we'll be back on the water, and we can maybe even get you an up-to-date fishing video of what's actually going on. Until then, enjoy this video, and I'll have a couple other small little tech videos coming up, and hopefully a couple fly tying videos, just to give us something to think about and watch while we're waiting for Old Man Winter to release its grips. Hope you enjoy the video, and thanks for watching. Well, I normally say winter's coming, but it looks like winter is here. We're going to do a little bit of cold weather winter steelhead fishing. Even though it's early December, we still got some new fish coming in. We can pick some fish up on the swing. But a lot of what we're going to do today is test a bunch of new flies. Ricky's been busy tying stone flies. So we got a bunch of new patterns we want to get out and get tested out and see how they work. Because winter is also the season of crabby steelhead, so we want to start getting those patterns dialed in before they get really tough. So we're going to see what we can do and enjoy a little bit of snow and some icy water. And unfortunately, today's going to be a lot of dead drifting. We're going to have to start looking at those damn indicators again. Much as we love to swing flies, sometimes these fish are just not going to want to chase. So I always say we got to listen to the fish, but they sure ain't going to listen to us. So if they want flies dead drifted, there we go. And speaking of the devil, somebody just found some life. Yeah. Do what you need to do.
Got him. Oh, he didn't come back up.
Kind of playing in a tough corner here, so whoops. Kind of playing fish in a tough corner right here, so sometimes we just can't land them. But they eat good here. You're on camera. Tell me about these things.
Well, today we've been doing pretty good on bad bean specials. Basically, it's a double egg pattern with a little veil. This seems like that's what they want, so well, that's what they're gonna get.
Yeah, it's an old classic steelhead fly. We haven't used it for years, but for some reason we got possessed to try it, and they're eating it. Go figure. So we're gonna mess with it. Yeah, this rod's light enough. I can fish it pretty comfortably.
Yeah. Jay's got a very angry fish.
See if I can get it to come back up into here. Yeah, you might.
Well, you see the skagit.
Oh, we chased them. This is not a good chase spot.
No, they get deep at the other end.
Hey! I'm going to move a little bit. Right?
Yeah. The camera's right on you.
I'm backing up. You may want to reset the camera. Oh, 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 oh.
You back up like 4 or 5 feet that direction upriver. Yep. Really firm.
All right. Got my coffee out of the way so I don't lose it. Seems like you can't catch a fish in one unless I'm drinking coffee. Get my friend out here. Yeah, he's been caught and released a few times. Oh, no worse for wear. Now I just got to warm my fingers up. Ricky, It's your turn. Get this net out of the way. Really quick, I'll show you what we're doing. Yeah, we're running floats, or in this case, I call them drift management devices. Fancy name for a bobber. But we're using it literally to control our drift, stay on the inside water seam. So we're definitely managing our drift with it. A little bit of weight to get down. Obviously, it's a fair amount of weight because it's cold. And we got to get down in a very deep pool very fast. With this bad bean and the soft hackle, what I'm doing is on the end of the drift, when the dead drift part stops, I've been working a swing both horizontally and vertically along the bottom. So the fly will start to swim initially vertically, and then it'll come tension under the float, and we will get a horizontal swing up off the bottom to the surface, kind of like an emerging caddis. In this case, this fish took it as it was just starting to rise off the bottom. We got our eat. With some of these flies like this, everybody's trying to do a classic steelhead swing, in this particular river, these fish get so keyed in on bugs. Sometimes that classic caddis emerge type swing off the bottom can be very effective. So that's what we're doing here. We're going to shift over to some stoneflies eventually, but right now we just want to catch a fish. And these have been working. It's kind of, this baboon here, as we mentioned earlier, is kind of a cross between an egg fly and something, and some sort of wet fly to swing. It's an old steelhead West Coast British Columbia fly that's been long since fell out of favor, but still works. Here's some of the flies that we're going to try to do some experimenting with. Ricky's been kind of busy, but there's a few patterns that you might be familiar that you've seen us use in the past, and there's some new stuff in here. Once again, we just kind of got to get our acts together because we know these fish are going to get real crabby on us, and we got to start fine-tuning some of this stuff. So that's a lot of what today's all about. It's just fly development, blue things.
Yeah, you can't go wrong blue.
I can't catch a cold on blue.
We have pink too, so we got everything else.
That being said, I've watched people light the river up with stuff with blue in them, so I think it's just me and my mental blockage on that color.
Could be.
Most likely. So these are going to be what we're going to be working with today. See what we can get. Like you said, that we got a fish on the baboon already, kind of a weird thing. But so next couple of days, it's a lot of fly development and everything else, and
see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
I said last week the pheasant tail patterns were working really good. So we kind of blinged up the pheasant tail a little bit.
Well, we're going to change things up a little bit and try some nymphs.
Yep.
Yeah, those fish have seen those baboon specials enough, and they're probably getting tired of looking at eggs type crap. So.
Exactly. I'll try something different.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do the same thing.
Box right there.
Yeah, I'll steal your flies.
Yep.
I'm going to steal one of Ricky's flies here. We're making a change up. We've been fishing those baboons for quite a while, and yeah, I think they got kind of wise to it. I think that last fish I had on went back and squealed and pulled out the other ones. They do that. We're going to start doing that, experimenting like we're supposed to. Ooh, that looks kind of cool. We'll try some pink little pheasant tail rubber leggy thing, see what that does. We're going to start messing around with these fly patterns and do what we intended to do. Some R&D. I like stealing Ricky's flies.
The pink one is yes.
Yeah.
The yellow one just yellow chenille.
What do you got, Rick?
Well, hell no, but it's dancing around pretty good.
Same.
Shut up. Brown trout.
Brown?
It's a brown. It ain't a small one if it is.
Ooh, if it's a brown trout, it's going to be a really cool one.
It's fighting like a brown.
Unless it's a steelhead and he gets upset because they're calling it a brown trout and decides to really whip your ass.
I'll see Rick run.
Well, I'm going to try for it over there.
Might as well, because I can't bring him no worse.
Chris?
Hang on, I'm so tiny. Shut up.
I was leaving less pressure on him. Hopefully he'll come to turn around.
I'd like to get a net shot. Can you?
Oh, never mind.
Looks like we got a little weather in today. Gonna snow a bunch. We worked on our fly development project yesterday. Basically went fishing. till about probably mid-afternoon. The river just kind of went dead on us, so we quit. So we're going to give it another shot this morning, have some fun in the snow. Now, follow along. Let's see what happens. This is a day 2, second attempt on some R&D fly patterns.
I've been here for 7:30.
Really? I thought you'd be here by 6.
I was up at 6. I looked outside, it was snowing, blowing at the house. I went, you know what? I'm going to take my time getting there this morning. It started out pretty good this morning. Got a few hits on it. Yeah, but for some odd reason they decided to switch off.
What do you call that fly?
BFS. Then you got the flashback.
Yeah, we actually did pretty good yesterday with a guy when I was out fishing with a client on that fly yesterday. That's been a good performer.
Today, no love on that one.
Yeah, no love.
Then you got a little pheasant, rubber leg stone.
No love on that
No
today,
love
but
on that
we did
either.
the other day. We got whacked pretty good with it, so there's some potential here.
Yep.
They're just kind of getting covered up with the snow right now with the snow. Well, I think we're going to shut things down for today. The snow's getting pretty heavy. The fish are starting to not be as grabby. We had a few short takes and drops, but not really much. I think this snow's dropping the water temperature pretty sharply, and these fish are shutting down on us. And we're going to be shutting down the cameras pretty quick because I don't want to cook an expensive camera. But anyways, I hope everybody found this kind of interesting. Hope you like the flies. If you think of it, give us a hand. Hit the like button. Subscribe. Leave a comment. Tell us what you think of the flies. We're going to, like I said, close things down because of the snow here. It's just this few minutes here. The camera's getting pretty covered. Thanks for watching, folks. And there'll be more to come. So don't forget to subscribe to our channel. This is Jay at JPEG Guides and Lost River Fishing. We are a year-round fly fishing catch and release guide service. We fish the Lake Ontario tributaries, and then during the spring and the summer we also fish the inland trout streams, classic dry fly fishing. During the heat of the summer we will do the warm water fishing for bass and pike. If you're interested in any of our outings or have any questions, please feel free to email us at fish@lostriversfishing.com. Hope to hear from you, and if you have any questions, feel free to contact us.